Hey, Frank, AD was talking about that stretch late in the fourth quarter when Charlotte had the 5 straight free throws and it turned it a little bit. Just wondered what your perspective was on all that from the bench.
Yeah, it's just one of those strange circumstances. I tried to challenge, tried to call timeout to challenge. Before the free throw shooter got the ball, and when he caught the ball, he said, "Nope, too late." But he had not had the ball yet, so they didn't grant me the timeout. And he blew his whistle for some reason, and the other ref called a delay of game on one of the guys that weren't in the line, but they stepped in because they blew the whistle. So. I don't know why they called a delay game, which was a free throw, and then 2 quick techs, as a result. So 5-point swing when you got a big lead late in the game, it's tough to overcome, but, give our guys credit for, figuring it out and pulling out the win.
So Carmelo, I think, is now third in the NBA in made threes. All but one have come at home. Just how much have you been trying to get
good game? We fought hard to the end, overtime, and
finding
I'm just happy
we
got the win. But
we're
thank
getting
you so much.
as many threes as we can get them. We always got them spaced in areas where it's going to be difficult for defense to help. And, our guys are always looking for them. And, I think the pace that we're playing with is also, generating a lot of those looks. But he's playing terrific for us on both sides of the ball.
Hey, Frank, they started loading up with the zone against you guys kind of at the end of the fourth into overtime. You kind of countered that by bringing in and Malik. How did you feel like you guys kind of handled that zone and obviously ended up winning the game, but sort of the way that what they were throwing at AD?
Yeah, not well enough. It's one of the, got a new group and there's a lot we need to work on, and, attacking the zone better than we did tonight is one of those.
Frank, you talked the last game about AD's desire to play it out, and he told us tonight he still wasn't feeling well and threw up, but still led your team in scoring and had some key plays in overtime. What have you seen behind the scenes of how he's kind of toughed it out?
Yeah, he's dealing with a lot of stuff right now, his thumb, and, obviously being really sick. And he's toughing it out, and we don't win this game tonight without him having that mindset, that he's going to push through, his health adversity that he's facing. And, he was terrific as well on both sides of the ball, had some key blocks, really anchored our defense for long stretches at the 5 spot and the coverage that we wanted with LaMelo. And, obviously had that key block at the end and made some big buckets, some big free throws.
Frank, when you're team building, you were trying to establish things like we protect leads and we have defensive standards, and maybe some of those things didn't occur tonight the way you'd want, but then you get the flip side of we got it out a close game and we got to feel the camaraderie of a win and the crowd go nuts. Like, as a coach, how do you kind of mix it all up and pull the growth from something like tonight?
Yeah, well, we're trying to remove the result. Each day we come in tomorrow and remove whether we won or lost, and find ways that we need to improve and reinforce ways things that we're doing well, and situations like tonight, while we're figuring each other out and learning each other. Sometimes there's going to be some nights where you win ugly, and it would have been nice to hold that lead and win this one easy, but. This league's tough. Every team that comes in here is a good team and giving us their best shot. And, sometimes you're going to have to win ugly, and we'll take it.
Frank, there's such an energy behind Melo in this building for the reasons you were just mentioning. It feels like every shot is a momentum play with him. Does it feel that palpable in the game? And why, plenty of guys can make a three or make a few threes. Why is it that when he knocks one down, it feels like it galvanizes your group so much?
Our crowd is amazing with him, and they're keeping him out of the starting lineup because the energy we get when he checks in is something that I don't want to mess with, and obviously there's the temptation to slide AD to the 5, but I like what we're getting with him coming off the bench, and we just got to continue. I'm not sure what it is, and he's just he's a great player that I think our fans came close to acquiring a couple times or wanted to bring to the LA Lakers, and now we have him, and man, he's playing just terrific basketball, and the fans are rewarding him.
Hey Frank, I just asked AD this, and I wanted to ask you this as well. But considering how well Carmelo is playing, shooting 63.7% at home from the three-point line, how unbelievable is it that he was out of the league for a year? Considering how important of a piece he is for you guys right
I
now.
honestly never understood it. I really didn't. I actually thought when he went to Houston with his shooting ability and their capacity to shoot threes that he would have been a great fit. I don't know, what really happened there. When he got to Portland, gave them really good minutes and production, and he's obviously got a lot in the tank, and we're excited to have him. I just never understood it.